I say
Top Billin.
All right, I see you out there, Mr. Internet Man. The last time I did something on my guy, the Samoan Sniper, Tagovailoa, Mr. Internet Man was like,
"Oh, it's just practice, Cletus. This just practice. Let's see if he can do it in the game."
Now I'm pretty sure Mr. Internet Man is going to say,
"Oh, it's just preseason. Let's see if he can do it in the regular season, Cletus."
So it's going to keep going and progressing until this man does this shit and completely destroys every single thing or every single excuse that you guys can make. And then where will you go? You have to move on to someone else. So I cannot wait for that to actually happen. But right here, if you watch this game against the Eagles, yeah, I know it's the preseason. Yeah, I know it's not Darius Slay, who was getting cooked in practice anyway, but it is what it is, right? Because if he was not doing this, would you guys have that same energy? Would you say,
"Oh, it's just preseason, Cletus"?
No, you wouldn't. So you can't have it both ways. What I like about this is, man, if you really think about this man being in Mike McDaniel's offense, there's a decent amount of carryover from his time under Steve Sarkisian with a lot of those West Coast principles. So seeing him back under center, remember, this is somebody that I covered since he was damn near in high school, right? The channel was partly built off the back of this man, Tua Tagovailoa, my coverage of Alabama 3-4 years ago, however long that was. And I remarked about a lot of these principles and his ability to be very much in the mode of a Steve Young. I'm not saying this guy Steve Young, but obviously there are a little bit of comparisons there, being the left-handed quarterback out there and being able to quickly decipher in their innate accuracy. And I think we can see a little bit of that here. You get this back to the basket play action fake here. Now he has to quickly decipher this. It's going to be an in-breaking route here by my man Cedric Wilson, but that doesn't go good. Then you got Trent Sherfield out here on a comeback route. So if you see the depth at which he's throwing from, and people always want to talk about arm strength, right? And they only talk about pushing the ball down the field. Well, this man is damn near on the opposite hash having to throw a comeback. You can't lollipop some shit like that or it's going the other way. Check this out. Back to the basket play action fake right here. Has to come off that first read and then Yaka. Come on, man. That is a long-ass throw. That's how you determine arm strength. You don't put these type of throws in your playbook if you don't think that your quarterback can get it there, especially on the secondary read of this. If you can see right here, after this back to the basket play action fake, he does a great job of whipping that head around extremely quick and trying to decipher what's going on. He can see the outside leverage of the defender here, right? Standing pretty much flat-footed. Cedric Wilson can bend this to the inside right here. I don't know if it was going to be a bang 8 or something. I don't know what the heck was going on right this, but obviously there's help over the top. And then down goes Wilson here. So he has to quickly come off that, and you can see him right away. He's like, all right, well, let's see what we got over here. And look where he's at. Come on now. If you know football, you know that this right here, my friend, if you played, we've all gotten a chance to pick off a pass like this a time or two because it would just float, and you're the one coming back towards it. If the receiver doesn't go back towards it and cuts down on time and distance, it's a pick. But, hey, he didn't have to do none of that. He was able to catch that bellboy right at the sideline. That was my favorite throw. That was my favorite depiction of exactly how this offense has to move it with a rhythm and timing portion of it. He got to that secondary read very quickly and delivered a pretty accurate pass that took some arm strength. So remember, when I'm always talking about these reduced splits, I'm always talking about throws to the outside. Obviously, when you have a reduction in your split as a receiver, there's not much room in the middle of the field to work with. Obviously, you could continue to go all the way over. A cat like Tyreek Hill definitely could run an over route from here. But, man, this looks like it was going to be a streak that was then converted to a post by Tua on the fly. This shit was hard. No doubt about that. I know you guys love the deep ball, but here we go. Back to the basket play action fake. If you see the coverage over top, this shit is, that's like exactly where it needed to be. Because they had this almost near bracket coverage where you can see the safety here, Kayvon Wallace, working with Mac McCain in tandem here. He opens up to funnel him inside to Kayvon Wallace and to be able to have that held there. Tyreek obviously opens with an inside approach as well, which kind of works good to that coverage if you're the defense. And obviously, your man, he was smoked off the gate straight up. McCain there, the cornerback. But if you're right here and you continue to go up the field, I don't know. It becomes more of a closer play than you imagine because Kayvon Wallace was already over the top. But we know Tyreek Hill can fly and everything. But being able to throw this to the outside and have Tyreek run under it, right? You can see at the very last second there, Kayvon Wallace could not transition to keep up with the post of that. Explosive play. What was it, 60, 55 yards or something like that? And I can't show this all the way, right? Working with game film there, digital Exo Sports out here claiming everything that they can off of 5 seconds. So make sure you tip your waiter, hit that thanks button, man, when you get a chance there, man. Anything you can leave, man, that definitely helps out. This preseason shit is tough. So here we go right here. I want you to check this out right there. That's an instant 6 feet of social distancing. Early pandemic style social distancing right there. And Kayvon Wallace right here, he's in trouble too for the most part, but he's on top of it, so it makes it a little bit more palatable if you're the defense there. But watch this. When he converts this to a post, Kayvon continues to run upfield. Tyreek Hill never stops stride and has to run up under this, and that is a perfect throw right there. It's like risk averse, or you're taking the cheese, right? It's a not a high percentage play at all, but you're making a little bit more higher percentage by allowing Tyreek Hill to be the one to run under the ball and be really the only one in the vicinity right there on a transition to a post. This is a tough defense to play against the Miami Dolphins, and this is without the Houston Comet, Jalen Waddle as well. Think about that. Your man Tyreek Hill coming across on his drag route, and if you're playing some type of combination coverage, the cornerback's not going to get over there on this. This ends up being on the safety to try to combat this. You get a safety with Tyreek Hill already in full gait. Come on, man. You got Mike Gesicki here as well running this off, creating a little bit of traffic flow right there, a little bit of interference. It's a lot of shit to kind of combat, and it's going to be extremely tough to deal with. Another back to the basket play action fake, this time on a rollout, Jakob, and then too easy, move the chains. I don't see how too much of anybody can really deal with this. To be honest with you, you need inside leverage at all times, and then they have a lot of room to work with on the outside if you're running with inside leverage. So you got a submarine route going on by Sherfield there as well. He ends up coming out there, so you got the edge player having to combat this, or a linebacker. I'd have to go back and see exactly who that is there, but you can see right there the trifecta, right? You got a levels concept a little bit as well. And Jakob. Actually, what's that? Gesicki? What did Gesicki end up doing? Blocking and releasing there? It's like Gesicki. Oh, it's Durham Smythe. So Durham Smythe with a corner route there. So you had 2 tight ends in the game as well. So that's a tendency breaker with 12 personnel. A lot of shit to deal with the Dolphins, man. They are going to be scary on offense, and we know what that defense is like. I really like this one, too. It shows the aggressiveness of Tua. You're going to have another 3-level concept here. You'll have, I want to say, Durham Smythe coming over here on an in-breaking route. You have River Craycraft kind of on an out route, and then you'll have a rhythm out route here by, I want to say this is Trent Sherfield. So he's coming a little bit lower, but you can see the rhythm and timing aspect of it by him walking the dog off the line of scrimmage. See him walking the dog, and then he goes, nope. I was all confused when I was watching this live. I'm like, oh, Tua's about to take the short route because he's walking the dog, and you can see right here he could have put that out, but why not? Why not go a little bit deeper? Pause, and Jakob. Touchdown, that bad boy. I like that, but you got to check out the walk the dog here. My man coming off the line of scrimmage, straight up walking. Walk the dog just to get in the same rhythm right there as Craycraft, and they both break at the same time. And that back to the basket play action fake with a rollout. Got Tua over there lonely. Sad and lonely. Love it. Absolutely love it. Here we go, hitting levels again. You got the clear out. You have Gesicki here. He's on a drag, and you have the same thing from Cedric Wilson here. So you get more of a shallow drag by Gesicki here, and then you got Wilson kind of on the mid-level joint. So you can see it right there start to take shape. 1, 2, 3. This time a fake pitch. And then, man, they getting ate up on these fakes. Jakob, they are getting ate up on these fakes. Look at the edge player right here. Just the threat of the run, because they're lined up with 2 tight ends, so you would automatically think that is going to be a run there. Pitch that bad boy. You actually had Smythe there at a fullback spot, 2 out the backside. But look, this Mojo was like, shit. They done got me again. So 2 over there back lonely again. He can read deep to short. And he takes the mid-level exemption here. And Jakob, Cedric Wilson time. All right, speaking of these fakes really getting these guys, you got to see my boy Jaquiski Tart here. Look, this man comes down on this play, right, that went to River Craycraft for the touchdown here. You can see the hard flow, too. They're really selling that bad boy. Hard flow out the back. Your man Jaquiski Tart, like, I'm looking at the running back. He is not going to cut back on me. I know Raheem Mostert is known for cutting back. You can see right here. This man is still looking. To this day, he's still on the field looking, thinking that Raheem Mostert has the ball. Look at Tua right here. He's already on his read. And Jaquiski Tart is like, man, hell no. I don't want to look. I don't want to look nowhere else but Raheem Mostert. Come on, man. The team done left and everything. He's still on the field looking at Raheem Mostert. I hate y'all. But listen, your man Tua out there, man, he's on an even playing field now. So it's put up or shut up time. Listen, if he doesn't get it done this season, which is to me subjective anyway, because he's been a lot better than a lot of these other guys that people have kind of touted coming out of college around the same time, but people aren't going to give him credit for that. He needs to absolutely destroy stuff, so he's not even on a level playing field with that. But, man, getting him some actual talent around him, that offensive line is going to have to be a lot better. And, of course, now having an offensive-minded head coach, when he had multiple offensive schemes, had a defensive head coach to begin with and all of that. Put up or shut up time. We shall see how it goes, but I'm definitely interested to see how it goes, all right? But it's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph, a.k.a. the Underground King. I appreciate you guys out there as always. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.